5, 6, 7, 8.
Hype, 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 hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're doing it.
Oh my gosh, we are back.
We're back.
Michael, I'm still in New York.
I know, I love it. I love that you're still in New York.
So I have a very serious question.
Yes.
So I'm staying with you.
Yes.
And your husband in New York. You were so kind to let me stay with you. But you know, normally y'all come to me and stay with me. I'm like overly cautious of like, am I doing everything right? But you know, like, am I an annoying roommate?
No. What would make you even say that? Not at all. Are you an annoying roommate? No. Y'all, she is like literally, she's a perfect roommate. She does her thing. She's like, she's also this big. So like, she barely, like, you barely takes up any space. Like, there's just, are you kidding me? No. You are the best. You are so great. And we are so happy to have you. And it's so, you are always hosting people at your place all the time. You and your husband are always having folks in and out, family, friends, people who are, maybe you're like, oh, sure, come and stay.
we are. Can I tell you though, I'm going to warn you of a downside to letting me, or really any person with long hair, stay with you.
Oh,
this is something that you and your husband Jeremy might not be used to, but especially with blonde hair, I apologize. Get ready for the sneak attack, because here's what happens. You know, you get ready, you put on your socks, and then all of a sudden you're walking down the street of New York and you're going to feel something between your toes and you're going to be like, what is that? That's really uncomfortable. And then you take off your sock and you're going to find a blonde hair like wrapped around your toes. And you didn't see it because it's blonde.
Girl, that's just another Wednesday.
Oh my gosh. Well, on that note, I think we got to do the thing.
Okay, yes. Let's do it.
All right. Hi, I'm Ashley Eckstein.
I'm Michael James Scott.
And welcome to HypeFriend.
Yay! Hey.
Well, we'll get into that. We're about to share where that's coming from.
Yes. Because we are like really, really into it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So,
well, cheers to another episode.
Cheers.
I have a surprise cold brew from your husband, Jeremy Merrifield. Was so kind to go get coffee this morning, and then just like on my coaster is a surprise cold brew.
You mean this coaster?
Is that you and Jeremy? Like,
is that me and Jeremy?
Not you and Jeremy on Christmas morning. This might be the best coaster ever.
We got those coasters as a gift, and they are amazing. They are so ridiculous. Because look, here's another one.
Oh,
can you even?
God.
Can you all even?
What? I'm just gonna coast through this day because of that amazing coaster.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Okay. So first of all, I am so excited about the thing that is sitting in front of me because I'm just going right into it.
Yes,
I'm just going into it because it is that time. I'm sorry I cut it all off because I'm zeroed into it. So I'm just like, it's right in front of me, y'all. This Ashley Bakes section is gonna be crazy.
We're very excited about it. So okay, let me set this up because a couple episodes ago, I baked you some Sweet Lawrence cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of Sweet Lawrence because
you're good friend.
Yes, in the episode, I said, "Well, my friend Lauren," and then when we were watching it back, I'm like, I can't say my friend Lauren because we're not really friends, and I haven't met her, but I'm manifesting. And so when we posted it, we tagged Sweet Lauren.
Yes,
and they like commented back, and Lauren herself started following me, so I followed her, and then we exchanged some DMs, and now we're friends. I mean, in my mind, we're bigger friends than I guess we actually are. But I can.
But you had correspondence. Like you had like a full
Yes. So we are Instagram friends. We literally took our friendship to the next level.
Yes.
It is real. It is real, which is a good
on.
reminder of the power of social media. That like that. I mean, I've been buying Lauren's cookies for years.
Totally.
And now I can be like, my friend Lauren, I'm baking her cookies. So anyways, so I've been following her online because that's what friends do. I'm such a hype friend of Lauren. And for those that don't know, Sweet Lauren's, they're allergy-friendly cookies. So they're gluten-free, vegan. They're just amazing.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. And my non-allergy friendly friends, they don't even know. They don't even know the fudgy brownie cookies. They're like, I prefer these over regular cookies. So
the very first time that my husband and I came to visit Ashley and her husband David at their home, in the oven were these cookies. Smelling amazing. And so she introduced us to these cookies.
Yeah, because that's what a hype friend does.
Honey, come on now.
So I was following Lauren. She just launched a new monster cookie, which I'm very excited about. And she shared a recipe on her Instagram.
Ooh.
So I present to you
ba, 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 ba.
the Brookie.
Come on, vibrato. Yes. Ooh.
I mean, so fudgy brownie cookie on the bottom. It's literally like a layer of brownies with chocolate chip cookies on the top with some unreal M&Ms, because Lauren, I couldn't find your monster cookies just yet. They're so popular. They've sold out. So I had to make my own. So they're this is fresh out of the oven. Like literally, I just baked it. And so I think we need to cut in. You can do the honors.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I hope
cutting the cookie cutter, cutting my cookie now. Just like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. It is like still warm and gooey.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so excited about this.
Y'all.
No.
Wait.
I forgot to get us forks, so we're just going to eat these with our hands.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I mean, that's what you do.
Oh, y'all. Y'all. Okay. Wait, let's get you like a, you know what I mean? Like another moment like that, like just one of the unreals. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I mean, who doesn't love a cookie cake? You love cookies.
I love
you and
cookie.
your husband love cookies.
We do love a cookie. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. These cookies are taking us to church.
These cookies took us to church. Absolutely. We had
my God.
Baby, Sweet Lord, Sweet Lord. Oh my God.
I just had a religious experience eating this.
Yes. I mean,
oh my gosh. Hold on. I got to get a little.
Hey. Wait, these are so good.
They're so good.
That's a moment.
I mean, Bam. You cannot tell that's gluten-free and vegan.
You cannot. That's everything.
That's so good.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
So here's the deal.
Ooh.
On the last episode, we talked about how we just like to share things with you that we love. We love this.
We love this.
We love this. And we're going to say, we have a new metrics. We're going to say that this is hyped. We are so hyped about this.
This is what? One more time. Hyped. Boom. Oh my God. Yes.
Sweet Lawrence, you have the hyped seal of approval. I need another bite. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. That is so good that I'm like, that's like the hypes and gripes right now. Like I'm starting with this hype. It's so hard that we're going into, it makes going into this segment so easy because I am hyping up. That is so good.
I can't stop.
Oh,
I can't stop. I'm gonna have one more bite because there's like, there's a little, you kind of cheated me of the fudge brownie bottom. Oh, so I'm gonna eat it.
So now I cheated you. Right.
So right. Michael, let's go and hypes and gripes.
Yes, hypes and gripes. Boom. It's early. I'm sorry. That was a little much. I'm sorry, y'all. Listeners, they probably were like, oh God, I'm so sorry. Yes, let's get into the hypes and gripes.
So, what are you hyping up, Michael?
I want to hype up right now. Okay, so I have, friends, I have family who are parents of all different ages, right? There's all ages of kids. School is coming back. We are now, some people have just gone back to school. Some students have just gone back to school. Some are about to go back to school, like within the next week. Some start this week. So the country is going back to school. And so I really want to hype up the parents who are getting their kids of all ages ready for school because it is a situation. I remember being in school and I now look back on it and I'm thinking about like my parents, like getting ready for school. And it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of, lists of, that you got to check twice to make sure that your kids have everything they need. And it doesn't matter how old they are because they are
twice.
Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Oh
sorry. I had to. Why am I singing so much today?
Like, you started with vibrato. Like, what's going on? Work. But like all the parents with kids of all ages, like there's so much to go in. So I'm really hyping you up. I know it's a lot. I know it's, it's just there's a lot going on to make that happen, to the change in the home from the summer to the fall and sort of getting ready for school. So I'm hyping up all of the parents, parental figures, parents, all of the things to get ready for their kids, their students, and everyone getting ready for school. I'm hyping you up.
Absolutely. I've got two sisters, all elementary school. Their kids, I'm a proud auntie.
Yes, you are.
I mean, it's just,
I'm
it's
also
a lot.
Proud auntie. I am proud auntie. Auntie Michael, right here.
So yeah, shout out to my sisters who are just juggling so much, getting everything for back to school, but also we want to shout out the kids.
Yes!
So you're going back to school too. You've got this. Let's start out the school year with a fierce attitude of like, this is gonna be great.
Yeah,
we are hyping you up.
Yes,
and we made a new friend. Her name is Marilyn.
Oh my God, Marilyn. Good Morning America. She works at Good Morning America. Marilyn, you know who you are.
Yes.
We love you.
We love you. And we were getting ready to do our segment, and Marilyn was leaving, and she noticed our HypeFriend shirts, and she just like she was in it. She was just like, come on, HypeFriend. And she just started a dance.
Yeah, she fully started a dance.
We were like, we have to do this.
So
yeah.
we're bringing it to you.
So
and
here's
we're gonna
the Maryland.
You ready?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hype, 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 hype. So to all the parents and kids, we're hyping you up, and do it with us. Do it with us right now. All right?
5,
Ready?
6, 7, 8.
Hype, 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 hype,
hype, hype. See that under rhythm? I'm still giving you but that boom boom bop. You got go boom. 6, 7, 8.
Hype, 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 hype. But here's the thing, I don't count. Like Michael's like 5, 6, 7, 8, and I was like, Michael, I don't count. And something happens to me because I have zero rhythm. I start out on the count, and then it's like I can't stick with the beat. Why can I not stick with the beat?
I actually did see a little bit of the terror in your face. We were like this, and Ashley was like this. Hype, hype, hype. And then she went into it. I did see that a little bit. So I do, yes. But you know what? You got right in there.
I did.
You got right in there.
I did.
So I'm hyping you up, girl. Okay, gripes.
Okay.
Gripes. We just had a full hype, so we got to bring it back.
Well, wait a minute. I do have I have one more hype I want to share.
Oh.
And it goes along with dancing.
Okay.
Because I just recently did the DVC member cruise. And the way that I live for a silent disco. A silent disco just brings everyone to life. So for those that don't know, I think it's not just on a cruise ship. Apparently they have silent disco parties, but on the Disney Cruise Line, they have something called the silent disco or the silent dance party. And it's where everyone puts on headphones, and in the headphones, there's 3 different channels, and on each channel is a different kind of music. And so everyone dances together, and it's the most hilarious thing to watch because if someone is not wearing headphones, it's completely silent.
Yes.
But then all you hear some people singing badly because they do sing along, or you just hear screams when they get a song that they want. They're like, yeah! And so we were on with a bunch of our Disney family and friends.
Yes.
And it was the last night of the cruise. Everyone was done with their work, and everyone met at the silent disco. Oh. The way that a silent disco brings Jodie Benson to life is amazing. But, we had our hype hood there. We had Andrew Levitt. We had Josh Strickland. We had Ashley Brown, Jodie Benson. We had so many people there.
Oh, right. And Brett the Builder was there.
Brett
That's
the
right.
Builder. And we just had the best time. It brought all of the friends together. I don't know. I have the most fun ever when I'm doing a silent disco.
The first time I did a silent disco was on a Disney cruise as well, a couple of years ago. And my husband Jeremy and I did it, and it was really fun. Like it was, I knew about it, but I had never done it, and it really is fun. And you're absolutely right. I love actually having them off and hearing the noise because it's so silent, but you hear like.
Yes. And
like you hear that, which is really fun.
and I'm going to call him out right now because he's behind the scenes and, he can't talk. But what I love about your husband, Jeremy Merrifield, is, he is the most amazing director, producer of our podcast. And I'm looking at him right now. And he's always in work mode. Like he's always always even producing and directing, like even just like a real life event. And the way that your husband even lets his guard down and like allows himself to silent disco, and like it can cause anyone to like tear their walls down and just get into it.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
I'm looking at Jeremy.
He does.
He's shaking his head.
He does. He does, and he'll get into it. He does. He actually starts with his hips. It's an interesting. Like he starts like he kind of has a hip movement. I'm always like, oh, that's interesting. That's where it goes. That's where it starts. Well, like the rhythm for him is like in his hips. I'm like, okay, like
So
Okay.
there must always be parity when it comes to the husbands. And my husband, David, isn't here, so I can talk about him. So my husband, David, loves a silent disco. He really, really does. But he's not a big dancer. But he dances better. He says he dances better in a chair. So sometimes he'll sit and you'll just see him dancing in a chair.
That is so that's amazing. That's so good.
I love my husband and I love how he loves a silent disco. So anyways, we are going to keep
that hype.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
great.
it. I
That's
love
great.
it. But
That's great.
okay, we got to get into the gripes.
Okay, the gripes.
I will share. Hopefully a lot of people know me. If you don't know me by now, one thing to know, like we've talked about customer service before. We've talked about calling Delta. We both love a call with Delta.
We love it.
Where, whoever answers, we're just like,
Hey,
nice
girl.
to meet you. How are you?
Yes.
Where are you? How's the weather today?
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're so sweet.
Yes, that is how I like to handle a customer service call.
Same.
When I actually get a person. But what I am griping is the AI person. I'm not here for the AI person. I want an actual person. I want a real life person on the other side. So I'm sorry, I am a very nice person, but I'm not that kind to the AI person. So when they're like, how may I help you? And I'm like, representative. Like, but first, tell me what you're calling about so I may better help you. Representative. Would you like me to help you book your travel? Press 1. Would you like to cancel a reservation? Press 2. Representative. Like, I get angrier and angrier, and I'm like pressing 0 as much as I can. I'm like, give me a person. I take on a whole different personality with the AI person. But then when the actual person gets on, I'm like, hi.
Hey, girl.
How are you today?
Oh my God.
I hope you're having such a great day.
Yeah, like.
So that's my gripe. Give me an actual person.
Amen.
I want to connect. I want to be your hype friend. I will be kind to you, but please answer my phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's your gripe, Michael?
My gripe. So here's my gripe. When you're at a restaurant and you're like, oh my God, like, oh my God, we're all together. Like, we're at a restaurant. We're like being fierce. Like, ooh, I'm going to order that. I'm going to order that. We all order. The servers there, they're like, yeah, we got you. Even with like extreme orders of like, can I not have this? Can I not have that? And they're like, yes, we're all good. We got you. They go away. You're kikiing. You're having a fun. You're like, oh my God, how's life? Oh my God, I can't wait to have this chicken. Oh my God.
Not the chicken.
Because it always comes back to chicken. So then, so say there's a group of 5 of us. I'm going to do an odd number. A group of 5. We're having a kiki. The server comes back with 3 plates of food. And like, it's like, it's secret. It's like, it's secret. It's like, it's secret. It's like, together. 3 plates of food.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So you wait. There's still the other 2 plates haven't arrived yet. You wait. Maybe another 5 minutes, and then the food arrives. I do not appreciate it. And listen, I get that there's craziness probably back in the kitchen and all the things, but then just don't bring out the food until it all comes out, because your party is ready to eat. Like, you want to be nice to not eat. That's manners. I was taught that something, but I also am like, eat, You know what I mean?
Yes,
we
I'm
talked
totally
about that.
person. I'm like, no, eat, please eat.
Because it's warm. So, but then you feel bad. So you're literally like, kind of like how Ashley Eckstein was just now getting into the hype, like where you're like, she was like, I don't know. Like you're kind of like
eating offbeat.
Like, I don't know if I should eat or not. Do you know what I mean? So
well, it's taking away from your experience eating.
It's crazy. And then the food's code.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the food's code. So I am griping about that.
That's a gripe.
It's a gripe that half of the table gets their food. Or like, God, I've been where the one person doesn't get their food.
Well, so that happened to me, and I fully experienced you experiencing this gripe. And, granted, it was because of an allergy, and they did bring me my food, and I took one bite, and I was like, this tastes way too good to be dairy-free. Like, there's no way it's dairy-free. They told me it was dairy-free, and after one bite, I'm like, this is heavenly, which means it's not dairy-free. And so they sent it back, but I had to order something completely new. And y'all were done. You were done.
And like trying to like be like peckish so that you could like save some so there was still food. Like I literally think I ate a bite this big with a fork to try and like conserve my food so that there was food on my plate when Ashley got her food. So I literally was like, that's nice. But like the smallest bites, just like I'm like, Do you know what I mean?
But the way that like you were really trying, and I appreciate you really trying to like keep your cool, but I could tell that was such a big gripe for you.
I was like, are you gonna let me out of this cage right now? Because the way I'm about to pounce and be like, where's her food? Like it's just like crazy. Okay, we got to get out of that. We got to get out of that. Let's get into some good gossip.
The good gossip.
Yes.
I'm auditioning for the jingles, but nobody does it better than you.
No, you started with vibrato at the beginning of this episode. So I think you're really going for it. So I'm just saying. So the good gossip today is, y'all see I'm still like picking on crumbs, like, because I'm like still into this so ridiculous good. Sweet Lauren, amazing of it. So yeah, I can't. So the good gossip today is a really fun story that I saw. One of my favorite actresses of all time, the goddess that is Viola Davis, liked this amazing this post on a profile called Good News Movement or Good News something like that, and it's they're on Instagram.
It's all good news.
All good news. It's amazing to sort of see all these really cool stories, local stories around the country, around the world. Actually, it's not just strictly in this country. But anyway, there is a school, and this kind of like, I feel like this kind of got us. I shared it with you, and you were like, "Oh my God, I love that,
love it."
And I feel like it kind of got us on this idea of just like hyping up our students going back to school, parents sending their kids back to school, teachers, like all the things, like just like hyping it all up for the new transition that is school time, right?
Yes.
So there's a school in I think it's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shout out Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh,
yes.
Oklahoma, where the wind goes without the rain. So there's an amazing.
You just turned it into a Britney Spears song.
I totally said it right. It's an amazing school in Tulsa, Oklahoma, called Bishop Kelly High School.
Yeah.
And on the first day of school, there are they do this thing with freshmen, and they have to kiss their moms goodbye.
I love it.
It's the sweetest thing. I'm obsessed with that.
Yes.
I love that. And it is like, I mean, literally like the entire senior class is outside while like parents are dropping off their kids, and they are cheering like
Yes.
Six,
They're like,
7, 8.
hype, 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 hype.
As they drop them off and they kiss their mom goodbye, and then everyone cheers.
Yeah.
Can you even?
It was like a full out pep rally.
Yes.
And I love that because you know what? The days of, hey, mom and dad, can you park around the corner and like have nobody see you so I can like walk up alone? No. That should be gone. Let's hype up our parents. You know, our parents are often and not always, but we are very blessed. We have parents that are our biggest hype friends.
Yes.
And if your parents are your hype friends, you know, you need to be loud and proud about that.
That's right.
Like, let's hype them
Yes,
up.
we're hyping them up. I love it that, like you said, I love it. That's kind of a change, and it seems like that has been a change in a new generation of kids, and part of it is this idea of it being like cool and like all good to like show love and like, you know, like out like publicly, like let's kiss our parents goodbye, like let's like cheer that on. Like I love that, and I love, to me, that's such a great way to start the school year off. Like there's like it feels like so positive and like full of love and light and joy, and that is really, really cool. So that is the good gossip today, and we just, you know, we can't send enough love and hyping up to all the communities out there going back to school, because we know it takes a village, and you're doing your thing. So keep it going, y'all. Keep it going. Okay, it's happening.
I'm so excited.
I mean, so you haven't even met you haven't met in person our guest today.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited to okay, let's just give a full introduction. Let's just do a proper
introduction.
Get them up in here because we got to get into it. Okay, y'all. So today's guest is a true force of nature in the world of entertainment. You first saw him steal the show and our hearts as the Genie in Disney's Aladdin on Broadway, a role that earned him that little shiny thing called a Tony Award.
A Tony? What?
Okay. Then he showed off his revolutionary chops playing both Lafayette and Jefferson in Hamilton. Okay, on Broadway. Yes, yes. He also helped found Freestyle Love Supreme. Now it's an amazing improvisational hip hop group that brought live rhyme and rhythm to the stage long before it was cool. James was one of the first ones doing that. Yes, and you've heard. Yes, I know. You
know, I have some hip hop moves.
Oh, well, we need to get those in for James. Okay. Yep. You've heard him, you know, this voice, his ridiculous, amazing voice in many different shows like DuckTales, Rapunzel's, Tangled Adventure, Elena and Avalar, Mickey Mouse Funhouse, and more, amongst many other TV and film credits. I mean, literally goes on and on. He also just received another Tony Award nomination for his role of Louis Armstrong in A Wonderful World, which was ridiculous. He's got the energy of a Marvel superhero, the heart of a Disney prince, and the range of an entire company. Okay. Performer, singer, voice actor, freestyle rapper, and all-around showbiz wizard. My brother, HypeFriend fierceness. Give it up for the one and only James Monroe Iglehart.
Yay!
Now that is an intro. That is an awesome intro. That is amazing. Thank you, both of you. Thank you.
My gosh, James Monroe Iglehart.
James, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you.
The way that we know so many people in common,
right?
And we've never met. I just told Michael, when we see each other at a convention, which I think will be soon, I want to do a video of us just running together in slow motion with like the da, 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 da,
I'm with you. That will definitely happen. I love that.
Okay.
Please, yes, I will. I
Yes.
will repost that.
Yes, I got you.
Yes, you all have never met in person.
No.
It's so crazy, and you all have been at the same conventions doing the thing. You both know of each other, but you've not met because at those conventions you both are so busy doing your thing,
Yeah.
right? And on probably opposite ends of the floor or
Yes.
whatever, somewhere in another room, and you're all spread out. But you've never met, so
No,
I'm
it's
hoping that this is happening.
insane. So I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, well, I am so excited. I was just telling Michael, obviously, I've watched your friendship and how truly you're brothers and how much you support one another. It's just so great to watch. But I've never heard your origin story of how you met and became friends. Obviously, there's the Genie and Aladdin on Broadway, but how did you truly become like brothers? I want to hear it.
The first time I actually had a conversation with Michael was an audition. We were both. I don't know what it was for.
What was it for?
Was it for? It felt like it was something for like Anything Goes or something, because we had to like act like we were holding plates or something.
Yes,
And
yes.
I'm a mover. I always consider myself a mover, because I say people who don't know the terminology are movers. People who know the terminology are dancers. Michael is a dancer. Michael James Scott is a freaking dancer. So I get my big butt up there and start dancing. He looks at me, and Michael's like, okay. I look at him, and I'm trying to have that same swagger, but the minute I see him twirl, I'm like, I am not getting this job. I'm not getting this job. And we have a really cool conversation, but we had seen each other for years.
For years.
At auditions, at functions and stuff, but that was the first day we actually had a conversation, and it was on the first day of rehearsal of Aladdin. Oh, no, I saw him on the street, actually, and he was telling me he was going to be in a reading of Aladdin that I could not do.
Yes, and for those of you who do not, so James Monroe Iglehart, they had done a full out of town tryout of Aladdin before it came to Broadway, and this was in Seattle,
Fifth Avenue.
And
yes.
P.S. James is from the West Coast. James is from that
California.
area.
Yeah.
And so he was the only one of the principals who couldn't make it in for this reading. Like he was booked. He was doing another gig, and he could not change his schedule from some reason or another. So I got a phone call that was like, "Hey, would you come in and read the Genie for the for this reading?" And I was like, "I mean, okay, like sure." And we ran into each other on the street.
We literally ran into, and I know where it was. It was 43rd Street, because it's 42nd, big thing. 43rd, we hit the corner because there's that deli that's there, and we're talking. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm doing this," and Casey grabs my chair and says, "Just this is not James Iglehart," and I'm like, "What?" And we were laughing and going back and forth, and it was so cool that we were like just talking about it. I was like, "I know you killed it," blah blah blah. And then first day of rehearsal of Aladdin, we see each other and we literally do the slow motion. And we hug and we start talking as if we have had full-on conversations for 15 years.
Yes.
And it's been like that ever since.
Yes.
But it
doesn't matter how much time goes by. If I see James on the street, it is or wherever, it is like we are in. Like it's like, okay, so here
the first person that ever took me to Chick-fil-A was you, right? The first person that ever took me to Chick-fil-A, first Chick-fil-A I ever been to was on 6th Avenue. You took me.
Oh my God. That scans.
We literally were walking the street and he was like, "I'm hungry." I'm like, "Where are we going?" "Chick-fil-A." And I was like, "Really?" And we go. And then I'm mad because it's really good. Just mad. Sat outside and we just chopped it up. And
oh my gosh.
That's kind of a quick version of our origin story. But he's been the most supportive and most amazing friend. And it's one of those moments where it's like there's a lot of guys in our industry where technically we are rivals. Technically, from a professional standpoint, we are in the similar categories of what's going on. Michael and I have never ever treated each other as rivals. We've always been like, "Look, will you get it? Will you get it? It doesn't, but you get it. No, you get it." And we just keep going. And it's been awesome.
For those listeners out there, so James, as you heard, James Monroe, he was the original Genie on Broadway and won the Tony. So for those of you who may not know, I was the original standby for the Genie on
Yeah.
Broadway. And it's an interesting thing because people are like, "Oh my God, you stood by," and I was like, "I stood by because there was knowing the future of the role and what was possible, and it would being a role of a lifetime. But one of the reasons was because it was James too, that it was somebody who I respected, who I loved, like a brother, and just was like, yes, we can, this could be some to support, like literally
Yes.
being of support and like, knowing what was possible, but to sort of be there. So it started in that way. And as James said, it was about the support from the jump. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I was there watching James, figure out the pace of it all and figuring it all out. And we would have our little Genie.
And I go, what was it? What do you think of that? What do you think? Is that cool? He's like, yeah, that was cool. He was like, that one part I couldn't understand. Okay, cool. I got you there. He was really up there, like watching. What did you say? I'm like, if you couldn't understand it, I need to fix it. And I'd go back and do something else. And so it was really just an amazing support system. So he was there from jump. But what I love about Michael was that Michael, one of my favorite moments was, Michael stepping away from Aladdin to go do Something's Rotten. He was like, cool, doing this. And he went off and did his own thing. And, when they came back to ask Michael about the show, Michael came back with a fierceness of like, I've been here. So if we're doing this, this is going to be different. And watching what he's created and what he's done from, Australia to the national tour to Broadway has just been phenomenal. And it's been wonderful to watch. And it's one of the things I tell the young genies. I'm like, you need to watch, Michael, because you have to put yourself into it. You can't try to copy somebody else. I said, he's the perfect example of, we were there at the same time. Our genies are completely different, but they do the same things and they get the job done. So the place is rocking because that's what it has to be. And it's just fun to watch him not only put his own stamp on it, but now, my dear friend, watching him step out to every situation he's in, and it's his own stamp. I holler every time I see him at an event. I'm like, this is Michael's event now. Sorry, I don't know. And I know you thought you was your event. It's Michael's event now. You just step and just give him the mic and let him go, and it's really, really fun.
That's so true. And I have to say, just watching the two of you, and thank you for sharing that story. I think, like you said, it could have gone one of two ways. You are technically could be viewed as competition, but if you had allowed yourself to treat each other as competition, what a loss.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
look how much you've gained by having each other in your life. And I think that's just a reminder to all of us, why?
Yeah.
Look what you could be missing out on.
Absolutely. It also it is the reason when you do lift, so James, we had Leslie Margarita joined us.
Yes, that's my sis. I love that girl.
Yes. And we talked about lifting others up and what that does for you as a person as well.
Yeah.
And so it's a really, really great example of what she was saying about lifting others up. I know you do it. James does it to like all of his friends. Like, he literally is always like, yo, this person is this. Oh my God, yo, this person is this. It's always a yo.
Yes, true. At this age, I need to be surrounded by like people with heart, people with spirit. I love that everybody has talent, but I need to be surrounded by folks who are positive and are always trying to do something great in the most human way. I don't mean professionally. I mean just in the most human way. And because life's too short to be hanging around folks who are trying to like drag you down. And so Michael is one of those positive people that when you see him, literally every time we see each other, as you saw even on the intro, we see each other and we immediately laugh. We don't even say hello. We just start laughing because we know when he called me, I got the Toy nomination for this time, and he called me in full Genie garb. And when you see me open up the camera, I just start laughing because I know it is about to be wild. No matter what happens, it's going to be a moment. I'm like, it's about to be hype. Oh, it tickles me, man.
That is on social media, PS.
You're right. You can see it.
You can't hear it. You can see it because it was ridiculous. Well, let me ask you this, because this is, that's just like, it's a big question, and you are a big ball of light and positive energy and all those things. Friendship is obviously very important to you. It's you are someone who is a hype friend, like a real hype friend.
Thanks.
And that has been your thing for a long time. I know that for a fact. So for you, what does being, when you hear the word hype friend, what does that mean to you?
It's someone who, when they see you, no matter where you are in your journey, they're there to just go, look, it's gonna be cool. No matter what happens, it's gonna be great. Look, man,
Yes.
I ain't got no job, I ain't got no car, I ain't got no money. You know what's gonna be great though? When you do get that car, when you do get that money. But I'm telling you right now, you're like, dude, man, I just lost my job. You lost your job for a reason. All right, let me tell you what you about to do. Okay, you don't know that door is about to open. Like, no matter what you say, they refuse. They're like, yeah, you can be down today. Today, I give you 24 hours, but tomorrow I'm calling and you better be hype and ready to go. You know, those kind of friends. That's the hype friend. A friend who's like, oh man, I'm just feeling down. Oh, I just got lunch. You know what we should do? We should go eat. I just ate. Yeah, but you didn't eat nothing that was positive. You ate something that was negative. We should go eat something positive. Let's go do that. You know, that's
You didn't eat something that was positive.
you know what I'm saying? A hype friend is one who, no matter when they see you, they're there just to let you know you are loved, you are taken care of, you are seen. And I know you're down, but I'm not going to let the negativity get you down, because you're in a place where you can't see. You get in those negative spaces where you can't see anything but the negative, and that hype friend breaks through and goes, no. That door, you've closed this door. I'm about to open it so you can see the light in. So I'm not gonna let you walk away. You can be down if you want, but when you around me, there's gonna be lighter on you. There's gonna be light on you. They're that friendship umbrella that if it's raining, they're the ones that, you know, are that friendship umbrella that will make sure the rain doesn't hit you, and that is what's fun about a hype friend.
1,000%. I think you defined it better than we did.
That's
That was amazing.
That's amazing, James. Yes.
Yes.
That's so good. It's so right.
Like,
you know, it's so right.
a meal of positivity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's what I mean. I was like going through something, and Michael was like, "Have you been to Chick-fil-A?" I was like, "Nah, we should go there." I was like, "How's that gonna be? Just trust me." And I won't talk about the conversation because I don't want the fans to say, well, they're this, they're that. Michael literally looked at me and was like, yes, I know, but you have to taste the chicken. Trust me. When you taste it, it'll be just positive life. And we were like, laughing.
The crazy part is earlier in this episode, you said everything comes back to chicken.
I totally did.
The bad part is okay, here's the thing. Let's just be honest. There are all these crazy stereotypes about people, about cultures, about everything. But if you're in America, not black, not white, not Asian, all people in America, unless you're a vegetarian, there is one constant in your life, and that is chicken. It doesn't matter what style it is chicken. Now, for some it's fried, for some it's grilled, for some it's sweet and sour. Chicken is a staple. Staple. And even for the vegetarians, which always makes me laugh, they have the nerve to have fake chicken. I'm like, no, if you don't want chicken, don't try to find it. You know what I really miss? I miss chicken. Then eat chicken. I can't. So I'm gonna get a chicken flavored thing, which makes no damn sense. But that's it all. This country was built on chicken. Okay? That's what this country was built on. Just some of us like it, you know, with more calories than others.
I am sweating. I am so mad at you right now.
Because it's true. I'm going to go to an Asian restaurant. I only eat the chicken. They got it. I'm going to go to an Indian restaurant. They got it. They got chicken. Remember we went to Toronto? We was in the mall just eating. Like they had the butter chicken and the honey chicken. We was literally. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Do you know what my husband and I travel a lot, and so we'll come home sometimes and it's like our refrigerator's empty. Do you know what we always have in our freezer? A bag of frozen chicken fingers that at any point we can put in the air fryer and we can eat because we always have them.
We have chicken fingers and chicken nuggets, and it's there because that's gonna happen. And what's funny, you know what I love? Like, okay, say somebody go to McDonald's and they go, oh, I don't want McDonald's. Well, I mean, if it's the only thing open, well, I'll get something healthy. Can I get some chicken nuggets, please? They're not healthy. But you're like, well, it's chicken. No, it's not. It's chicken-esque, but it doesn't matter.
Oh my God, James. Oh my
gosh.
Lord, I can't with you. Oh God,
That made me laugh hard.
I literally want a shirt. Your show should have a shirt that everything comes back to chicken. That's the hype.
That is so.
That's the
That
shirt.
is definitely. Speaking of shirts, I'm wearing this shirt because yes, everyone, this is sexual chocolate. If you
Sexual chocolate.
This is the movie Coming to America. It just reminded me, we were doing this episode today, and I was like, I'm putting this on because it reminds me of James Monroe Iglehart, because it's just so ridiculous, and he would be doing this character.
What makes me laugh is when the minute I saw it, all I saw was like, ladies and gentlemen, you might remember him from the episode of That's My Mama. This is loan him little boy Randy Watson, legend of Randy Watson, and that's Arsenio. And then when Eddie gets up there, he's like, Reverend Brown. I've known Reverend Brown since I was a little boy, and I love Reverend Brown. And it's just something those two characters, that scene is so good, because those of us who were raised, every church has that one pageant that is absolutely terrible, but church people are so nice. They're like, oh, let the Lord use you, this and that. These people should not be given the microphone, but we always do. White, black, Asian, we always give them the microphone. And so when I saw that scene, it just took me back to when I was a child at those church pageants. I'm like, ooh, this is real. This is not fake. This is written from a real place. We all have those Randy Watsons in our lives.
Definitely, we have Randy Watson down.
Oh my God!
I wish that makes me so happy.
That is why that is here. This could be replaced with James' face right
here. If that ever became a show, I only want to play that one part. I want to play that part.
Absolutely, just that. Oh my God!
I'm very old school right now. I'm wearing a Eric B. and Rakim 1986 shirt. They're a rap group. If for those young people out there, if you want to Google where the hip hop tree of like where all the dope lyricists come from, they start with Eric B. and Rakim. So check that out. That's why I'm old school today, but that shirt got me. That's brilliant.
Well, I was laughing because Michael and I, we went to high school together.
Yes.
So we go way back. HypeFriend was established in 1996.
Nice.
Well, at one point, our student teacher, he was a student teacher for our musical theater class, decided to teach the class. It was a medley of Free Your Mind in Black or White. And he taught us a hip hop dance. And it was like a racial equality show.
Look at James's face.
And we went to local elementary schools and did this. And I still remember this dance to this day. Now, if anyone should not be doing hip hop, it's me. But I still break it down.
Listen,
break it down.
There are those moments, we have all these rules now about what you can and what you can't do in school, in life, what's appropriation, what's not appropriation. But when we look back on our childhood, especially those of us from our generation, when we look back at our high school or junior high, there are moments that we know shouldn't have happened, but they're so wonderful that we're so glad they did happen. They're so glad they did happen, because you're like, yes, that helped shape me. That helped. Was it wrong? Now that I look back, you damn right. But what did you? I wouldn't be the person I am today without it. So I'm glad it's there. You know what I mean?
When I see you at a convention, I'm going to show you this dance.
Oh, no, you have to teach me. You have to teach me so we can just do it and just put it online. And then at the end, we'll go, that's hip hop.
Because James, I'm a mover like you. I'm not a dancer. I'm just a mover.
Baby, she was moving because you will appreciate this moment. In high school, Ashley Eckstein was in the ensemble of Pearly, the musical, as a church. Oh, yes, you take the thing with a fan and a petticoat twirling, starring Michael James Scott as Pearly.
Those are my favorite moments. That's what I'm talking about. Those are my favorite moments because those are teachable moments. those are moments where because it goes the opposite way. It goes the opposite way too. Because I was in college and my first musical, I was Cord Elam in Oklahoma. So the only chocolate chip in a bowl of vanilla ice cream. And there's those moments where you're like, you're doing it and you're here. You're like, wow, I should not be here, but I'm here. You are literally doing Seeley, but I'm here. And so you are going to be your best self in this moment. And those moments shape you. The fact that you were in Pearly with Michael, the fact that I was in Oklahoma with all these white people, I was like, that shapes you. It also gives you an appreciation. I hate when people go, you shouldn't be doing it. No, put them in there so they can understand what it's like. So they can understand what it's like to be in a show like that. So when they go into other shows, they go, oh, I get it now. We are so overprotective of our kids now, and in our culture. And yes, we should be lifting up our cultures, either one, both cultures, lifting them up and showing the positives. But if you don't experience what the other culture does, no matter how ridiculous, especially at that age, if you don't experience those things, then you're shielded from real life. You're shielded from real life, because then you get older and you are going to be in a show that it may not be racial, but you are going to be in a show going, I shouldn't be here. But you've had this experience in high school. You go, I know how to navigate this. This will be good. I know how to navigate this. So hell, that's fun. Please, that's awesome.
Oh my God.
Well, speaking of different cultures, you now have become immersed in my culture, which is fandom. So let's talk about the Helliverse.
Yes.
Because I feel like one of the communities that I've really loved watching grow at the conventions is the Helliverse. And, you're part of Hell of a Boss. And, I'm a part of Star Wars, which is another amazing community.
I know. We'll talk about that later. I'll fangirl later. I'll fangirl later.
Oh
I'll fangirl later.
So what has that been like for you? Because I brought Michael into my world of San Diego Comic-Con, and I remember he was just like,
what is happening?
What is this? What is happening? Which you love. You
yes,
love it.
I love it.
But it's a whole new world.
Of course. Yeah, no, completely. Okay, here's the thing. I've always been a very proud nerd. So as a kid, most of my friends knew basketball players, football players. I knew comic book characters, professional wrestlers, and I knew all the voices of cartoons. Like, I knew who Paul Frees was when I was 12. Paul Frees, for those people who don't know, is the voice of, I call him the voice of Disneyland. So he's the ghost host in the Haunted Mansion, but he's also many voices on all those Christmas specials you see, whether it be Frosty the Snowman, whether it be Santa Claus is Coming to Town. June Foray, who's like one of the greatest voiceover artists in the world. She's Rocky from Bullwinkle, but she's also Jokey from the Smurfs. I mean, you look up June Foray, she's everywhere. I loved that world, and I remember going to my first con in the Bay Area just to show up. Just my friend was going, and I was like, sure, I'll go. And I'm walking down one of the aisles, and I see a guy wearing my father's face on his shirt. And I'm like, I've never been to a con. Why is my dad's face on this man's shirt? My dad did movies. And I realized I'm already a part of this world and didn't know. And so when I finally got to do what I love to do, I love Broadway, but one of my heart is in animation. And when I got to finally go to a con as a performer, as a guest, I was so honored, because for the fans to come out, to pay their hard-earned money, to see you, to just talk to you, to get something signed, just to take a picture with you, that is an honor, because they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. They don't have to take their time and their money to come and see you. But you've been a part of something that is so cool, that it's touched them so much that they can go out, because it really is about the fans. It's about them. They get the chance to be close to the people that have touched them in a special way. And it's amazing how the Helliverse has touched people. This is I'm a part of two very extremely crazy, raunchy, yet emotional shows, Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel. And those two shows, created by Vivian Madrano, love. Yes, I love Viv.
We love Viv.
So as a way of, she created the show for, because that's what she loved. And if you put your heart and soul into something you love, other people are going to love it too because they all feel there's like minds. But it's been fun. I've only been to 3 cons. I literally just flew back last night from a con. I was at Galaxy Con San Jose.
Yes, I
And
saw that on your social.
yeah, I just flew. I literally just flew in last night, and it's just something about meeting those folks. I love it. Also, I'm that guy who nerds out.
Yes.
So like when I'm not signing, I'm looking over and there's, Gary Anthony and I'm like tripping out. And there's like, Dana and I'm like tripping out.
My
And,
greatest friends.
I'm literally like flipping out at these folks, walking down. Just like, what's happening? Who are these people, the voiceover actors, even Dolph Lundgren walked past and I was like, that's Dolph Lundgren! Like tripping out, They said, ladies and gentlemen, Lou Ferrigno is taking pictures. I'm like, the Hulk is taking pictures. I'm like flipping. So like, I don't just appreciate it. I am a part of it. That's one of those things where if I wasn't doing it, I would have gone anyway. I'll never, because I do too much theater, I will never cosplay. No, I'm in a costume 90% of the most of my life. So when I go, I'm dressed as myself.
You're cosplaying as yourself.
I'm cosplaying as myself. But I love the cons and I love what the Helliverse has done. And I love the fact that the fans love it so much. I also love the fact that I get to play a character that is so fun. I get to play Osmodeus, the embodiment of lust in the lust realm. And the things that Alex Brightman and I get to say to each other are just horrible and wonderful at the same time. and how do I say this? To find so many people in the world who now feel free enough to say, y'all just say, I'm a freak too, and thank God there's a show that allows me to be that. And your character has allowed me to find my inner freak, and thank you. And it just tickles me to death.
I mean, because there is a place for
there is a place.
Like, there's a safe space, a safe place.
Yes.
To be okay with who you are, and that you are not alone. Like, this is we've talked about. Yes.
So I often say one of the worst feelings in the world is to feel invisible.
Yes.
And one of the best feelings in the world is to feel seen, and to be visible. And I love everything you said, because I'm the exact same way. I am a massive Star Wars fan. So how lucky are we that as a part of our job, we get to travel the world and meet other fans? That is hands down my favorite part of being the voice of Ahsoka Tano. And it just, what I love about fandom is that it's just a safe space where everyone can feel seen.
Yes.
It's such a beautiful thing.
And there's something magical about animation, because it can do anything. That was one of the fun, Michael and I were there with the fun challenges of Aladdin, was trying to figure out how to do Friend Like Me, because in the cartoon, you could do anything. He could take off his head and juggle with it or become a dragon or elephant or whatever. There's something that you can say things in animation you can't say in live television.
Yeah.
You can do things in animation that will touch people in a way that a play or a musical can't do. And it's because there's this suspension of disbelief. It's okay for a character that's drawn to tell you, stop being racist, stop being sexist. But if a person said it, you're like, don't give me your opinions. But if like an animated character says it, or an animated character looks at you and says, you can be anything you want to be. It's amazing how that touches a fan or touches a person in a different way. So the fact that we get to lend our voices to these characters that can say things that if regular people say it, everybody wants to jump up and get a sign and protest the place. That's a magical moment. Also, animation is allowed to take you to, when you're having a bad day, when you're having these crazy moments, they can take you to worlds you've never been at. And it's almost like going on a little mental vacation. And, the Star Wars universe, I mean, from 1977 to now, is a place that people have visited to get away. And thank God for that universe. Thank God for that universe, because I think a lot of people would have been lost if that universe hadn't been created.
I could not agree with you more. And I say that all the time. Even though Star Wars is a galaxy far, far away, we all relate to everything that happens there, in our own lives. And, I'm actually very protective of Ahsoka, and I started the hashtag Ahsoka lives in all of us. And after so many years, she really has, I've been voicing Ahsoka since 2006. It came out in 2008. But she's an orange skinned alien from outer space.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a race here on Earth. She's not, she's from Sheely, a planet that doesn't even exist. But she was the eyes of the audience. And so everyone experienced the show through her eyes
Yes.
and felt like they were her. And so while, like you said at the beginning, I love and respect getting to know people and their cultures, and I want to learn as much as I can. The beautiful thing about Ahsoka is that it's just this made up species and a made up culture, and everyone, no matter who they are, no matter what gender, no matter what race they are, can be Ahsoka. Ahsoka lives in all of us, and I love that. And so you're so right. With animation, some of these characters that are just creatures from another realm, anyone can feel like they can be them.
One of the things that I learned, you're sitting there and you're signing, and there's always like one line. You're like, your line is good, but there's one line that's like 50 years long, and you're kind of like, you're having that moment of like, oh God, am I not cool or popular? No matter where you are in your career, you're like, you have that imposter syndrome, like, oh my God, I'm not selling as many pictures or whatever. But then all of a sudden there's that moment. Yeah, there's that moment after lunch where everybody comes like, oh, I am popular. Yay. But then, but then there's those people who walk over and they talk about how the episode touched them. And I realized that Alex Brightman's character, Fizzarali, his character's broken, and you don't know that. And when he reveals that he's broken and that he needs this competition to feel like someone, the person that is there to tell him you're someone regardless of what you do is my character Osmodius. And the amount of people that come up to me that say, I was down, I was feeling just crazy, and then you telling him that it's okay to be broken, it's okay to be crooked, it's okay to not be perfect. I needed that. There's something that animation can do, and we've seen it over the years. It doesn't matter as long as it's true to what's going on to the human condition. Folks are going to resonate with it. Yes. And it doesn't matter whether they're a Jedi, whether they're a demon in hell, or whether they're a dog. If someone's if you resonate the human condition, folks go, thank you. You don't know who you're touching. And that's why I love, cartoons and being a voiceover artist, because you don't know who you're touching when you're in the studio and you're saying a bunch of stuff. Sometimes you look at the lines and you're like, this is absolute gibberish. What am I saying? I am from the planet of so and so and so and so, and I also do so and so, and there's a mission I'm supposed to be on. You're like, this makes no damn sense. And there's some kid walks up to you going, oh my God, I saw it and it was me. And you're like, I did, cool. I'm glad we could be there for you. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think you're bringing up a good reminder, and I always say this with social media too, but I do keep this in mind at conventions, is it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of reaching someone. And so with every social media post, I genuinely don't care how many people I reach, how many views I have, how many comments I have. If we've reached one person, then that post was worth it. Or if you hear one story about how your character has touched their lives at a convention, then it doesn't matter if you had no one in your line. You've reached one person.
Then you've done your job.
Yeah, you've done your job.
Also, I want to comment on social media. So, there's that moment where social media first came out, and everybody's like, he has this many followers, and they have that many followers, and we were all wrapped up in followers. We're all wrapped up in followers. Something happened. I haven't been wrapped up in followers in a couple of years, but something I saw literally 2 weeks ago made me laugh so bad, and it just solidified the fact that it doesn't matter how many followers you have. There's a guy, Michael. Oh God. He wrote "I Want to Dance with Somebody" for Whitney Houston. Michael, I can't think of his name because I've seen him. He's on social media. It is so funny the amount of people that this man has worked with. This producer has worked and written music from the 90s on. And also another guy named Reginald Hudlin. Reginald Hudlin and his brother They directed, I believe they directed Kid and Play's House Party. They also, I'm pretty sure they directed Boomerang. I believe that they directed Boomerang. I may be wrong. So I'm watching two different interviews with them, and they're on Instagram. They each maybe have, there's like, I think Michael has like 16,000 followers or something like that. And I was like, 16? And he's talking about writing for Whitney Houston. And I'm like, 16? Wait a minute, hold up. This is wrong. I look at Reginald's. Reginald's got like maybe 20 to 40,000. I'm like, this man directed one of Eddie Murphy's best films. Followers, they matter, but the number of them don't matter.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. Social media tells you up front, this is what the world is. You have no idea what your reach is without that physical number above your name on social media. Your talent, your projects, the things that you put out in the world, just because they don't follow you on social media doesn't mean they're not touching anyone.
I want to ask you this before because I know we are like, we've taken a lot of your time, but I
talk a lot. And I'm sorry.
We would take up all of your time if we could just continue to talk for the whole day. But I want to ask you this because we actually talked about kids going back to school and all that right now. I think that's, it's that time right now.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you just your take as a parent. James has kids, and I wanted to know, like, just a little something, that you told your kids, as they were going to school, just as a parent, about friends, or just that kind of thing as they are shaping in their lives growing up, and what that is, because they have a father who is like the ultimate hype friend.
Yes.
So like, what did you say? What have you said to your kids?
I told them, I said, look, cherish the friends you have now, but know that, this is just a part of your journey. This is just a part of your life. This is a small part of your life. The friends you have now, hopefully, they will be your friends till the end. And if they're not, it's okay. You'll make other friends as you go along. So enjoy this moment now. Enjoy being a kid, because you'll be able to use this kid energy in your life as you grow up. But when it comes to your friends, make sure you're the friend you want to be. Make sure you are the friend you hope someone would be to you. And if these people aren't that way to you, they're not your friends. And you will find that you have more associates than you actually have friends. It's easy to use the word friend, but the truth of the matter is you have millions of associates, but very few friends. Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay. Not everybody has to be your friend. And I told them that because I had to be told that. I had to be told not everybody's your friend. Just because they're nice to you and they dap you up and they hug you and stuff, or they're not your friend. Your friends are there when it's good and bad. Your friends are always going to be there when there's always people around you when there's good times. It's those moments where you're down, or maybe you failed a test, or maybe you got in trouble, or maybe there was a misunderstanding. Those friends who are like, it's going to be okay, we'll go through this with you. Those are your friends. The rest of them are just associates, and they're, you pass by them in life, and it's okay. And you have to be okay. You have to be a friend enough to yourself to sometimes step away from those associates. So if you have to be your own best friend, if you're not your own hype friend, then you won't be able to be a hype friend for someone else. So those are the things I told my kids. And those, what you just heard me say was I got 5 different things to each kid,
Yes. Different ways, because each kid is different.
I had one kid who was she was a social butterfly and had to be with the cool kids and had to. Then I had one kid who was just like, hated school, hated everybody there. I want to get out. These people are terrible, and I understood. She was like, I don't need friends. I'm like, okay, let's not go there. But I can do it by myself. Forget these people. They're all terrible. And I had 2 kids. I had like 3 kids who were in the middle. One was, so it was like, each one had to go through a different journey when it came to friends in school. Yeah. But the friends you have in school now, right now, are your friends. And cherish them and enjoy them. But as you grow older, you'll soon see who is your real friend. They were a friend for a time sometimes. You needed that friend when you were 15. You don't need
Yep.
that friend when you're 24. You don't need that friend when you're 34. You need a different friend. And and as you grow older, the friends you need will be there. And those who are mature enough or hung with you, you guys will grow together. And those who fall off, and it's okay. You know?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
that's amazing.
It's so amazing. We are I am so grateful that you are our friend.
Yes.
Not an acquaintance.
No, I'm definitely your friend, baby. Definitely your friend.
We are so grateful to your heart and your openness is so beautiful and so accessible on so many levels. And I think that is what laughter is a huge way of getting in there, and you make us all laugh, and then you literally like stomp it with a mic drop of like heart.
Thank you
immediately. Like
Thank
it's
you.
just literally like that is you. Like it is the epitome of you. And so there's so much I've learned today.
I've learned
like
so much.
so much I've learned from you today, and I always feel like I learned something, whether it's the most ridiculous fact in the world. I always learn something from James Monroe Iglehart, and I am so thankful for that.
Thank you, my brother.
Well, and James, one thing I want to say, I didn't learn this until I was an adult, and so I want to share this a lot on here because we have a lot of younger listeners and viewers that are part of our community, and I never thought twice about the word genuine. But that's one of the biggest compliments is when someone says you're genuine, and you are genuine. Thank you for sharing your genuine heart with us and your genuine wisdom and your genuine friendship. That matters. So thank you.
And I can't wait for y'all to meet in person.
Oh, listen, I'm being very professional on this podcast. I'm being very professional because I know Michael. I know Ashley's work. I will tell a quick, very short story. So I'm in Aladdin, and Jimmy Lee Smith, the stage manager, and I'm calling him one day. It's like, dude, man, so like I'm trying to watch Clone Wars, and like how should I watch it in what section? Because like all the episodes are in. And he was like, dude, I got you, trust me. So he comes up and he prints out. Somebody put it online of like how to watch it in a way where the storyline actually is linear.
Yes.
Because the episodes come out at different times.
Yep.
He put it in a linear way, and I'm almost halfway through, and I literally was like, yes. So when Michael told me he knew you, I was like, be normal. Be normal.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Be normal. Because like, voiceover artists to me are, this is terrible to say. I hope this is you take. Voiceover artists to me are in the same realm as professional wrestlers for me. They are like the most amazing entertainers. Like you meet like a singer, you're like, this is Ariana Grande. No disrespect to Ari. I love you, Ari. You're like, oh, nice to meet you. Cool. You meet a voice actor. I'm like, oh my God, do you know what you do? Seriously,
No, my husband, we can do a whole separate podcast when you come back on about wrestling, because my husband's a massive wrestling fan. So I am by default too. And I mean, Cody Rhodes and Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan.
And what's funny is Alexa's a good friend of mine. We text all the time. On my first day of Anne Juliet, Xavier Woods and his wife came to see the show.
Currently, what James is starring in right now.
Currently Xavier. So I'm friends with Kevin Owens. I talked to Becky Lynch. So I am, and also some of the guys at AEW. So yeah, it's terrible.
Yep.
We need to
we have to talk about wrestling. Well,
meanwhile,
James,
I'm like this. Yeah,
Michael, don't worry. Michael, there's a couple sweaty dudes in spandex, and I think you will enjoy the show.
Oh my gosh!
Don't worry about it.
I love my friends.
Right, we love you.
Well, James, thank you for the kind words. I'm gonna wrap this up and let Michael wrap it up, but I'll say you're stuck with me, Sky Guy.
Thank you. Oh my God, that's oh, wow. The nerd in me. The way I wanted to like get a picture and have you sign it, but then we'll talk about that later.
Oh my God, I love this so much. I'm obsessed. James, you know I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thank you for just joining us. Thank you. Thank
Of
you.
course.
We would love to have you back. We'd love to have you
Anytime.
back in person. We figure out
Anytime.
what that is. Just
Oh
to
my
like get you
gosh.
When Michael
in a
calls,
room.
when Michael calls, I said just say yes. I'm like, sure, okay,
Oh.
fine, whatever. All right, cool, yeah,
He's
okay.
like, oh God, what's
Yeah,
happening?
yeah, what's happening? Okay, yeah, sure.
And if it's a FaceTime, you're like, oh God, what's really happening?
What's really happening?
What's really happening? Because you don't know who's on the other end of that line. You never know. I love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
We are so grateful for you.
Honored.
And
Honored.
we thank you for your heart. Thank you.
I am so appreciative to be here. You guys have a great night.
Um,
Oh my gosh. Michael, I love him.
I know. Isn't he the best?
I mean, you are so lucky to have him as ammunition in your camp.
Yes, I know. I agree, and I'm really so thankful for him, and I'm so thankful for his. He's just, you said it. He's just so genuine.
Yes.
And it's so wonderful to have people in your life like that who are just genuine and truly no judgment. Like it's just like genuine and like okay, like this is what it is. This is what it is. I learned so much.
So much.
I always learn stuff from James when we talk, and you know it's just fun. But I really learned so much of his insight with friendship and his sort of foundation of it, because it makes sense. He's the way he is because of his foundation and what he builds with friendship and what he believes is the sort of foundation of friendship.
Yeah. But I also love, I think is our one last thing, you know, he's building that foundation to the next generation, you know, as he shared the advice that he gives his kids.
Yeah.
And I think the one last thing for me is the reminder that, you know, a hype friend should grow with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're lucky, you know, there's friends and there's associates, as he said. If we're lucky, we have hype friends in our life that grow with us.
Yeah.
And if they don't, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, we all go through different phases in our life, and sometimes we need to let friends go in a different direction. Let them go. They were there for a reason, and they got to go in a different direction. That's okay. Let them. But I love that he said, you know, good friends, they grow with you. And if we're lucky, we still have them in our life. Yeah.
The phase, that phase of friendship, like that phase with you. And yeah, I love that. That's a great one last thing. I mean, I think my one last thing from it is that everything comes back to chicken.
But I mean, it's actually a very true statement. Do you know how many times chicken has saved me? When I get home at like midnight after a long day of travel and I have no food in the house, but that bag of chicken fingers in my freezer.
Boom.
They were there for me. Chicken fingers, you've been my hype friends.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hype, 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 hype.
And with
that. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for joining us today. I'm Ashley Eckstein.
I'm Michael James Scott.
And remember, be a hype friend.
The hype starts with you.